and welcome to Friday, Friday, Friday morning's live stroll with me and Azra. See, Azra is leading the way. She's the important one, you know that, guys. I'll just narrate for her. What is everybody up to today? Is it a normal work day, school day, nothing day, leisure day? Are you on holiday? Are you going on holiday? Let us know. All the normal games are in place. Geography game. Tell me what time it is, where you are, apart from the UK. And I'll try and tell you where you are in the world. As close as I can get. And the World Cup game. Obviously, we're now through the first round of games. Obviously, then the next sort of phase started yesterday. And some big wins, Canada, winning 6-0. I know, again, it's probably what you would associate to lesser teams. But Canada certainly put Qatar to the sword, that's for sure. I haven't seen any of the other results, actually. I'll tell you what, I will get that up on my screen, being politically correct, so we get all the everything on my screen. Here we go. Right, so Mexico won overnight as well. So another one of the hosts. That's 2 out of 3 hosts. Of course, USA play Australia tonight, 8 p.m. UK time. So that'd be an early one in America, wouldn't it? A lunchtime one, that'd be hot. Ghana beat Panama yesterday morning. Uzbekistan lost to Colombia 3-1. South Africa and Czech Republic 1-1. And Switzerland beating Bosnia 4-1. I saw that game actually. So yeah, a few big score lines yesterday, results wise. Weekend plans today is as normal work day as you can get. As normal as they ever are. And then tonight I've got to get my overnight bag all sorted out. I call her a puppy still, actually. Although she's 5.5. But I know what you mean, I call her a puppy as well. Yeah, I've got to pack an overnight bag, so we're going to our mystery location in the morning. We'll be there all weekend. There'll be a vlog coming out for tomorrow. Probably that'll come out Sunday or Monday. But if you want a sneak peek, guys, there'll be a live stroll with Azra from the mystery location on Sunday morning. I'm keeping everything crossed that the weather is kind. The last time I did a live from said location, the weather wasn't kind. So if you've been with me a while, you might get a bit of an inkling where we're going. But if not, it'd be a surprise. We should be back, I reckon, around lunchtime, thereabouts on Sunday. Then young James has got to do some more revision, more exams next week. Only his mocks at the minute, guys. Right. Good practice, got to take him seriously. So he's doing all his studying, what have you. And then back to normal next week. And then I think it's only just over a month or so until we've got 2 weeks off holiday for the summer. Again, I have spoken a little bit about it, but we've got a few surprises coming up for you guys. I think you're going to like them. I like the sound of them. I suppose I'm doing it, so yeah, we've got a few surprises. And then I haven't stopped talking about this one, going to Orlando later on in the year. The amount we've got booked when we're there now. I'm not sure when we're going to sleep. No, it's not that bad. Just got some full days. We're doing Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. Got that booked. What else have we got? We've got SeaWorld, Discovery Cove, Aquatica if we want it. Put that ticket. And the main ticket is for Discovery Cove and the swim with the dolphins. And we're actually doing that on our wedding anniversary. But by getting that ticket, you also get the admission to the other parks. So we're definitely going to do SeaWorld. Yeah, we're definitely going to do SeaWorld. I'm not sure on Aquatica at the minute. I don't know whether we really want to be going in there, another park. Or if we do, maybe it'd only be like a morning or something like that. I'm not sure, guys, to be clear on that. I sort of left it relatively free. That's sort of that particular day. And the reason is because we've got such a lot going on. Thank you for that. She's a lovely dog. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Because of that, I think it's important to have a bit of a rest day because it is a holiday after all. But I don't think you go to Orlando. Just want to show you this sunrise up the road, guys. Look at this. Beautiful. Now I want to go this way. Oh, they covered it now. I don't know if you can see this yellow on the street there, but the drainage collapsed there yesterday. And yeah, there's a lot of information coming out on the local Facebook site saying about how dangerous it was, which is quite right. It is dangerous. Something else I should have said near the beginning was Azra, come on the path. We sailed through 1,200 subscribers yesterday, and we're on to the next milestone of another 100 subscribers. Remember again, guys, there is the bet in place. If we get to 2,000 subscribers before Orlando this year, or indeed when we go again next year, I and my mother, James Australia, will either do the slingshot or the starfly. But we've got to get to 2,000. That is now a 779 subscribers time problem. Unless some of you can people who have subscribed this morning. Anyway, the regular viewers amongst will know I've been speaking about this. I never expected to even get 100 subscribers. So the channel has been growing hugely this year. It took off big time, I think, after the cruise last year. We then had the Euro Disney staycation, and then also we went to Mallorca earlier on this year, which again was very popular. So, and I was doing lives every day from there as well. So I do try and take you guys along when we do these things. What the live situation will be when we're certainly in America, I don't. And look at this field. Look at the dampness, guys. That's caught me completely off guard. If you can see that through the gap already. Unreal. Yeah, I don't know what that's going to be like. When we go there doing the lives, I will try. I'll try and at least do one. And again, in my own mind, I had thought about that, whether I could do that. Again, that might be on that sort of spare day we've got. And the reason that there won't be lives every morning like I try and do when we're here is because we're going to have to be up so early and doing stuff. Come on, Azra. I'm not sure I'm going to have the same amount of time like I normally have here. So that is the reasoning and rationale for that. Azra is deciding whether she wants to go to the loo or not, guys. This is the same place she goes every single morning. without fail. Here she goes. Got my trusty green bags. We're a tad early for seeing some of our regulars over here today. There we go. Right, onwards. Onwards, Azra. Good girl. What I will say, guys, is it is soaking underfoot this morning. And I sort of put a pair of trainers on that I had on yesterday. And I left them outside to dry yesterday. And stupidly, I left them out overnight. And they're a bit damp still, but they're only damp because I left them out. And they're going to be soaked again now, is the point I'm about to make to you. So, yeah. Let's just check everything's all good with this live. Yeah. Ah, a regular viewer. Hi to Paul. How you doing this morning? I don't think we've spoken since Azra and I went on the train, have we? Seems like a few weekends ago now. Just very quickly, guys, the sun is beginning to come up there behind the school. Beautiful. Life is very busy, Paul, so I don't expect people to be on every day. But when I recognise people's names, I always think to myself, when did we last speak? And I can't always remember. People sometimes say to me, oh, look at this, look at this. Right between the trees. People sometimes say to me, do you remember speaking to me? And I said, honestly, I can't remember everybody. Yeah, as I say, life is very, very busy. And I know all about that. Mixing work with family commitments and other stuff is not easy. So, as I say, I just appreciate people coming back. Yes, there's lots going on in the world. Of course, this weekend, I believe, obviously you've got the World Cup, football, soccer, whichever you want to say. Of course, you've got the golf, US Open, isn't it? And I want to say there's something else, but I can't think for a second. Oh, it might not interest international viewers, but you've got England to New Zealand Test match going on as well. That was the other thing. So there's quite a lot of sport going on this weekend, and we're going away. Footy, yep, okay, yep, I love it. Yeah, I've watched. I think I must be in the minority, unless no, I don't think I'm in the minority. I think a lot of people would have done it. I've tried to watch a little bit of every game that's been on, even at silly o'clock here in the UK. Some of the games have been kicking off at 2 a.m. in the morning, 4 a.m. in the morning. I've tried my very best, sort of watch a little bit of everything. I'm a very nocturnal creature, me. Here we go. There's sun coming up over there. We'll get some more views of that further around, guys. So don't despair. We've got beautiful, clear blue skies this morning. If England are playing, I might watch the rugby. I've never been much of a rugby fan, if I'm honest. Because I'm quite a, or was quite a tiny person at school. I never really enjoyed rugby, if I'm honest with you. And I think that sort of carried on through life, to be fair. Can't miss that shot, can I? Thank you for the likes. We have had a few people on and off this morning, actually. More people than normally quite early. I am out a bit early, to be fair. But like we had, I think at one point, about 30 to 40, which is pretty good for my little channel. I've always said I'm out anyway, so I don't mind having a chat with one of you, 10 of you, 50 of you. Doesn't matter to me. Just enjoy your company. Back to sleep. Well, enjoy. I'm now fully awake. Have a good rest of the evening, day, or whatever time it is where you are. And there will be another railway club coming up. Maybe not this weekend because we're away, but maybe next weekend we'll do another railway club on a Sunday. Just depends. We've been very lucky so far without any issues with the trains, because usually at the weekends especially there are bus replacements, from Cambridge into either Royston or further beyond. But so far, when I've had a look at it, we've been all right. So, more people joining up all the time, so welcome. Thanks for joining. Make sure you like and subscribe if you can. As I said earlier, the channel whistled through 1,200 subscribers yesterday. So on to the next 100. And as we steadily move closer to the 2,000 subscriber target, and also the bet that hopefully I'll lose, where we have to go on the Star Flyer or the slingshot at Orlando's Icon Park, whether it be this year or next year. There's two choices. Two chances, two choices. Go on, Azra. You go. Yep, I know you subscribed, Paul. Thank you for that. Go on, Azra, keep going. 509, so I think you're aren't you Wales direction, Paul, if you're still on? I think you are, aren't you, from memory? I know when we were talking that very weekend where I did the last railway club, it was a lot cooler what you were expecting and what we were expecting down in the south. Yeah, there you go. See, I've got good memory. Sometimes. Again, this is where my apprehension and anxiety about this particular stage of the stroll is probably at its height, guys. Again, if you've been with me, you'll know I had a bit of a set to with a woman over here. She was a bit of a... She wasn't well, guys. Let's just not split hairs. She wasn't well. But it still leaves a bit of a worry, because I can't deal with it. Again, it's happened to me twice now with this person. Once, actually, last Saturday. If you're interested, watch the live last Saturday when you get a chance. Probably on between 12 and 15 minutes. Say between 10 and 15 minutes. Just watch it from there, and you'll see exactly what happened. And it was not fun, to be honest. But once I get here and I see we're pretty clear, I start to enjoy it again. Cheers, Paul. Thank you. We're going to have an amazing sunrise shot in a minute, guys. It's going to be beautiful. I cannot wait to show it to you, to be honest. It's a beautiful one this morning. And we must be moving towards the longest day, mustn't we? If anyone online watching now has any idea when the longest day is, it's probably sometime in this month, isn't it? If it hasn't already happened. I've not heard it sort of on the news or anything like that. But we must be coming up to the longest day. Sounds like a movie, doesn't it? But I am getting soaked underfoot, guys. It really is quite damp this morning. And this is because I'm reverting now to wearing my shorts because I was just getting so hot with my tracksuit bottoms. But by doing that, I can't really wear my walking boots. I may try if it carries on like this, but I think I'd look like a right plonker, to be honest. So much so, if you've been with me when I've got my boots on, I just walk straight through this, but I won't walk around it because I just get soaked. My legs get soaked, my shorts get soaked. Go on, Ezra, lead on. Good girl. Right, now we can try and get back on the proper, we can call it proper path, it's a path. Right, look at this, guys. Let's just stop and view and enjoy. Look at this. I was just doing a quick short for the channel for that lovely sunrise. Hi, sorry, I'm just trying to. Is it Kajar? Sorry, I do apologise. I'm actually looking on a different phone to sort of see some of these comments and names, and I can't actually see it, so I do apologise. I think I pronounced that as right as I can get it. Thank you for joining up anyway. It is very much appreciated. No, Azra, go on, keep going. But this is getting more and more overgrown. It is a path that they allow you to use, but my fellow dog walkers and I need to push this back more. Obviously, it is a natural situation, so you don't want to damage it. But yeah. So we're going to be going over the rickety old bridge in a minute, and then we'll be crossing over the A10. The A10 main road between London and Norfolk, in particular Kings Lynn, split by Cambridge, M11, A14. I am getting soaked, guys. Good grief. Some of these are up to my flipping halfway up my chest, and I'm not the tallest bloke, but blimey. Okay. Oh, so, over the rickety old bridge. I say rickety old bridge, that's not bad. No worse. Yeah, so at this time of the morning, usually not really that busy, to be honest. Go on, Azra, lead on. But there are obviously times where, obviously, it's busy. I would say any time after 7 till probably 7 at night, it is quite busy. Might have its sort of quieter sort of period, sort of late morning, lunchtime, before sort of the next sort of school run. All that sort of stuff starts happening, but there's always always a constant flow of traffic. Car behind me coming. Can hear it quite clearly. Right, let's go. Come on. Stop. Go on. And there were cars coming from my left there, guys, but we've just got across in good time. Obviously, I would never risk myself or Azra over a little jump. Oh, she makes that look so bad. Right, ladies and gentlemen, look at this. This is probably the best one of the morning so far. Beautiful. I got accused, guys, of doing these sunsets in AI. Now, I can just about use YouTube I haven't got a clue about AI, and I don't want to know about AI because it's all a farce anyway, in my opinion, what people do with videos and pictures and stuff like that. But how people think on a live, I can create an AI at the same time, I've no idea. Is it even possible? No idea. I think this particular person was being a bit of a troll, shall we say. But when you're doing a live on the phone, it's not easy to remove someone, so you just have to laugh at them, to be honest. So again, if you've been with me before, you'll know, but we're now heading back towards the high street in our village. We'll go past Azra's horsey friends in a bit. Then we go into the fourth and final field, through the science park, and then towards home. So then we've got a few more people watching again, so do make sure you like and subscribe. Look at this sunrise, guys, sorry. Beautiful. People commented, you really do go on about it. But it's the dawn of a new day, and I think every start to every day, and I'm not a preacher or anything else, is a blessing. And as such, should be celebrated because it should be a positive, shouldn't it, really? Start of a new day. And a start of a new day is a start of a new chance to deal with whatever happened the day before and move forward. There you go. That's my words of wisdom. And I'm the world's worst worrier, guys, just so you know. But as you get older, you realise that what's the point of worrying about stuff? If you can't control it and you can't change it, what's the point worrying about it? Because it'll just make you ill. And it has made me ill over the years, especially working for some of the companies I've worked at. So you don't get any thanks for it. At the end of the day, with these big companies, you are just a number. So do what you need to do in your working life, but don't kill yourself for it. It just isn't worth it. Because when you're gone, you're gone. And here's Azra's horsey friends. Azra's not really paying too much attention, but they're looking at us. Certainly the white one, anyway. Got the brown one in the background there. Come on, Azra. Last year, when we were doing this stroll at this exact time, and this is actually sort of just over a year since we've been doing this properly, and Azra was so interested in them last year, but she's just not bothered this year. Moves on to other things. So again, if you are new here, I've said it before, I'll say it again. Azra's the important one. I just narrate for her. The channel basically has turned into the Azra show. There you go. We do travel vlogs and days out vlogs, guys. But the vast majority of the stuff in between times is all about Azra. I did think to myself at one point, change the channel to one man and his dog. But I thought that would sort of deviate away from the rest of the stuff. So we left it. Maybe I should have started off another channel. Be interesting to see how that went. No, it's I've only got time for one YouTube channel. I don't know how people have time for multiple channels. I really do not. So we've had some building work going on in the fourth and final field, which you may have seen when we did the live yesterday, because it first started on, sorry, not yesterday, on Wednesday you would have seen it. First started on Tuesday. No signs about what they were doing. It just looks like some sort of platform they've built, but I don't know what it's going to be for. We'll see it in about 5 minutes or so, because we're going to be coming into the fourth and final field in a short moment. But yeah, at one point they weren't letting you use the other entrance to the field, so it's a pain in the backside. You had to come in and out the same entrance. But that obviously was stopped within one day. So it obviously was being used whilst they were getting the big machinery in and out, I guess. But it is all still fenced off over there, which we'll see when we come back round the other side. Azra and her bunny friends all out this morning. We again are that early that we're the first ones over here this morning, guys, by far. 5:21 a.m. here in the UK. So bright and early. And was it yesterday? No, I think it was on the live on Wednesday, if you were with me. I got soaked. It was absolutely pouring with rain towards the end of the live Stroll, actually, on Wednesday. Yesterday was pleasant. Today is pleasant. Going to be a very warm day today. So they're saying it's supposed to be cooling off for the weekend, and obviously, as I've already said, we are away at a mystery location this weekend. We leave in the morning. I would like to have left earlier, but obviously we've got a couple of commitments, so I reckon we're going to be leaving about 9:30. If I can leave before, or if we can leave before, we will. But we're all going to get our overnight bags sorted tonight. So it's literally a case of getting home, getting the dogs in the car, and going. But whether we'll have to stop somewhere because it is going to be warm tomorrow, because it's about an hour and a half, 2 hours away. So I would suggest we're probably going to have a pit stop for the dogs somewhere, not for us. We're relatively competent adults, but the dogs might need a pit stop, so we'll see. Leave it. Anyway, so that's the plan. I want to be away by the absolute latest 9:30 tomorrow. And that's why I said to Juliet last night when we were talking about the weekend about doing bags tonight, getting everything ready. Because I don't know what you guys are like when you're going away. Me personally, I'm usually packed about a week before we go. I'm very well prepared. However, Azra, on the other hand, Julia, on the other hand, is not. And her and James, very much the same. Leave everything to the last minute, and then it's a mad panic. I can't be like that, guys. So this is what I was telling you about, this staging area. No idea what it's for. Absolutely no idea. Something. They didn't say. No signs. Other than warning a construction site, but at least we can get out here now. Didn't bother with our mate this morning because he's as miserable as ever. He won't say good morning, so I'm not even going to bother. Okay, so we're now heading up towards our turn for the science park and to come round the backbone of the science park. As I say, we've pretty much had people with us most of the morning, and we've had decent numbers on and off this morning, actually. It's been a good one, to be honest. So thanks to everyone for sticking with me. We've had one diehard who's been with us the whole way. I actually enjoy Azra's strolls in the morning. Periodically, I do sort of chip in on the other phone just to sort of make sure it is still working, because we've had some bad experiences with YouTube and lives. And there is nothing worse than doing a live and then getting home and realising You've been talking for 45 minutes to an hour, but only 2 minutes come out. Yeah, that is quite frustrating, guys. So what have we been going now? I can't see. Yeah, 35 minutes. Yeah. Is it that? God, let's stop. Yeah, 35 minutes. When you're walking and the time's quite slow and it's jerking, very fuzzy. Anyway, so by the end of this, it'll be about 45, 50 minutes we'd have been going. So that's quite frustrating if you get let down by YouTube. And there's no rule or rhyme to when it does it. And that's another reason why I always bring out my second phone and periodically have a look at it. It's like doing an exam and they lose your paper in it. You put in all the effort and then they lose the paper and say, well, we can't mark it because we haven't got it. Same thing. Okay, so we're now heading towards the Science Park back entrance, footpath entrance, not even a car entrance. There's one way in, one way out. We're going to get a lovely lot of sunshine through the gap here. Come on, Azra, lead on, lead on. Good girl. And even she starts to flag around this time on the stroll. She's not an old dog, guys. She's 5 and a bit, literally a bit. She's a Star Wars puppy, and she was born on May the 4th. Come on, Azra. So she's just turned 5, really. But I think she's a bit unfit. But you wouldn't think so, would you, when she were out every morning? But believe you me, and if I could do a behind the scenes, maybe I will do one day a behind the scenes of what goes on after the lives. She just crashes out. It won't be the most exciting, because she's finished. Absolutely finished for the day. Maybe we'll do that when we go to Norfolk on our little one of our little trips later on in the year. Maybe I'll do that because I can sort of combine that all into a vlog, can't I, really? Anyway, we'll have a think about that. But a lot of people, I'm not talking about my channel, but a lot of people sort of are now doing sort of almost like behind the scenes sort of stuff. And it's like, it really, from my point of view, my life really isn't that interesting to sort of do a day in the life of, really. But when we're on holiday, maybe I can do something like that. Sort of combine it in a vlog and stuff like that, perhaps. Don't know, I'll have a think about it. I'm thinking about sort of new content and ideas all the time. I do my best thinking when I'm waking up at stupid o'clock, lying in bed. Especially at this time of year where it's so flipping hot, even with the aircon on. Although Julia makes me turn it off now, because it's too noisy. I'd rather be comfortable, to be honest. I did power it on this morning about 4 o'clock just to cool down before I came downstairs to come out and do this. I didn't get shouted at or moaned at. So, small mercies and all that. So Asher always gets a bit confused because when we're off camera, we go a slightly different way through here. And the reason I do that, and I've said it to you before, is because there are security guards in here, and I've been questioned on more than one occasion to why the camera's on. So if I just make a beeline straight through the middle, there ain't much to see through the middle of this place. They can't really moan. But that is the simple reason. Maybe I'll do one of my updates from in here one time, and you'll see a little bit more. We'll see. Can't see the ducks. I haven't seen the heron for ages over here. So I thought I could hear the ducks, but I can't. So they're probably still asleep, to be fair. Don't blame them. I'd rather still be asleep as well. When I get home, I put a wash on before we came out. So that will be done when I get home. And then there's probably going to be one, maybe two more to do tonight. But Julie went out last night. She went flower arranging. Sounds very boring if you ask me, but it looked quite pretty what she brought home. So I did, whilst I was watching the football last night, I think I did about 4 loads, maybe even 5. Because we were away, as I've said. I just wanted to get it done as much as possible. So we're going to get to the exit here. I will show you our normal sunrise picture, which is one of the, I'd say the second best viewing here, after the one right just over the agility training style that Azra makes such a big deal of. This is probably the second best one in the village at this time of the morning. I'm going to try and get out of here before we see it, and then we'll wind it up. Let's try and get a bit further. Here we go. I don't know if people can see that. Yeah, beautiful. Right, we are going to carry on for across the road, and then we're going to call this one a day. Thank you very much for everyone watching, following, supporting. Not too late to subscribe if you haven't already. And we were back on tomorrow with our normal stroll. Sunday's the mystery location. Then Monday's back to normal as well. So hope you can join me over the weekend at some stage. If you miss anything, miss tomorrow, join me for the mystery location because you're going to love it. Cheers, guys.